Hi there, geometry students. Here is your geometry final exam review, the first section called transformations. As we take a look at transformations, the directions say to perform the following transformations on triangle HOT. And you'll notice up here in the left corner, I do have a box that have the coordinates of H, O, and T. So let's dive right in and take a look at some of the different transformations that we can perform. So the first one that we can perform is to translate a figure left and up. And whether we go left or right, up and down, that really doesn't matter. I'm just going to take each one of the points and I'm going to count. So let me take a look here. Here is H. It's right now at 0, 0. And if I want to move it left 4 and up 3, that's exactly what I'll do. I'll move it left 1, 2, 3, 4, and up 1, 2, 3. This is H prime. That's the new H. If I take a look at O, and it is at 4, 4. If I go left 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and up 3, 1, 2, 3, O will end up way up top. And T, same thing, left 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and up 3, 1, 2, 3. We'll put T prime in that location. I connect my dots. And that would be triangle H prime, O prime, T prime. As I look at B, B says to reflect everything off the x-axis. So you'll notice in red, I've turned the x-axis red so we can see where things are going to flip. The H dot is already on the x-axis, so it will not actually flip over at all. It'll stay in the same spot. So H and H prime are in the same location. As I look at O, O sits 4 units above the x-axis. So I will flip this 4 units below the x-axis. So I'm counting down. 1, 2, 3, 4 away. 1, 2, 3, 4 away. T is sitting 2 above the line. 1, 2. So I'll flip it to 2 below the line. And then I connect my dots. H prime, O prime, T prime. So that is a reflection over the x-axis. Okay, let me scroll down here. When we start doing rotations, a rotation about the origin. Rotation about the origin is going to always be counterclockwise unless it's otherwise stated. And these are just a couple of the rules that I remember. And for a 90 degree, we do the opposite of y than the x. So H prime, so if H is 0, 0, the opposite of the y value is still 0. And then the x value is 0. So that's not going to change at all. O prime is the opposite of the y value. So the y value is right there. It's 4. So the opposite of that is 4. And then the x value, which was 4. And T says do the opposite of the y value, so -2. And then the x value, 6. If I can just plot these points. So 0, 0 is H, -4, 4 is O, and -2, 6 is T. And then I just connect those dots. The other thing you can do, you can actually physically turn your paper 90 degrees sideways and then count. How do I get to O? I went left 4 and I went up 4. How do I get to T? I went left 2 and I went up 2. And you can do that as well. For a 270 degree rotation, again, you can rotate it counterclockwise 270 and then give yourself some directions. Or if you know that for a 270 degree counterclockwise, it is y, then -x. So let me bring my points over. So it's the y value and then the opposite of x. So for h, the y value is 0. The opposite of the x value is still 0. For O, the y value is 4. The opposite of the x value is -4. And for T, the y value is 2. The opposite of the x value is -6. So I plot those points. 0, 0. 4, -4. And 2, -6. And I just connect those dots. As I look at a dilation of a scale factor, let me go ahead and just get rid of that. A dilation by a scale factor of 1/2 just means that you take your x and y values and multiply them by 1/2. So that means H, O, and T. Let's do half of everything. Okay, half of 0 is 0, half of 0 is 0. For O, half of 4 is 2, half of 4 is 2. For T, half of 6 is 3, half of 2 is 1. So I just plot those 3 points. So 0, 0, 2, 2, and 3, 1. Now the triangle has been dilated. That is a dilation around the origin as well. And for F, reflect over the y-axis, very similar to the reflection over the x-axis. You'll see that I've changed the y-axis red, and now I'll just figure out how far my points are away from that axis. So H sits on the axis, so it doesn't move. H prime, same spot. O sits 4 units to the right, so I will move it 4 units to the left. T sits 6 units to the right, so I will move it 6 units to the left. And connect those dots. That is what you need to know for transformations.